Hello again, my name is Gabe Zolna. Just read an interesting article that one of my viewers out of Houston sent me. BPR, BizPac Review. This was posted on February the 1st, 2018. This is February the 1st, 2018. Coroner defies court order to release autopsy of Vegas mass murder paddock. Clark County, Nevada coroner John Fundenberg is defying a court order to release the full autopsy report of Stephen Paddock, the shooter who caused the deadliest mass murder in the nation, killing 58 and wounding close to 700 people at a concert in Las Vegas. District Court Judge Timothy Williams ordered the coroner Tuesday to immediately release the autopsy. Fundenberg is conferring with others in his office, and no date has been given for his compliance with the judge's order, the coroner's office told the Daily Caller News Foundation. The office also told the Las Vegas Review-Journal, which sued for the autopsy report, they won't release Paddock's autopsy report until it was quote-unquote finalized. Well, here's the problem that I have. Whatever they release will be whatever they want to release. There's no way to validate any of it. I want to ask you a question. When we watched various murder mysteries and someone is suspected of having killed someone, what do they end up doing? They exhume the body of the deceased, and quite often they found evidence to convict the perpetrator. But you can't find evidence when the body has been cremated, which is what they did when Judge Anthony Scalia was found dead. No autopsy was even performed. He was just cremated. And how about John Kennedy Jr. and his wife and his sister-in-law, when their bodies were eventually found in the Atlantic Ocean in a plane crash, which I believe was a plane blown out of the sky so he couldn't run for the Senate in New York. Well, what happened to his body and his wife's body and his sister-in-law's body? They were immediately cremated. Now, what I'd like to know is Stephen Paddock. Why was his body cremated? Well, the answer is obvious, isn't it? It should be, if it's not. You know, I've done videos and I talked about the pictures we saw of Stephen Paddock's body. His hands are by his side. They show you an upper section of the picture, and his head's back and there's blood coming out of his nose or his mouth. And the gun is about 3 feet behind his head. I want you to think about that. If you put a gun into your mouth and pull the trigger, where's the gun going to fall? Huh? It can't fall 3 feet behind your head. The other photograph they showed was the lower portion of his body. And he had his left leg under an AR-15 that was on a bipod, about an 8-inch or 6-inch bipod. That's virtually impossible. His leg would have flipped up as he went back and knocked over the AR-15. That was a staged scene. Folks, there's no way we can validate anything that this coroner produces. The evidence, as in the case of Judge Antoine Scalia, as is in the case of the Kennedy assassination, which is what it was. JFK Jr. was blown out of the sky. Why else would they cremate the bodies? Well, you get rid of the evidence. That's why they cremated Antoine Scalia. And that's why they cremated Stephen Paddock. You know, I saw that worthless sheriff from Las Vegas I'm convinced there was only one shooter. Really? What makes you so convinced? We heard all kinds of machine gun fire. Not AR-15, not buttstock. We heard machine gun fire. And all that happened in a short period of time. I also did videos and I talked about the two holes in the windows, about 50 feet apart. Who in their right mind, if they wanted to do what they say he did, would open up holes 50 feet apart, which would have the shooter running back and forth? Totally insane. Totally, it's another one of those errors that they made. That's sort of what I think. Read the article. Absolute bullcrap. They destroyed the evidence by cremating the bodies. I'd like to know why Stephen Paddock's body was cremated. I'd like to know why Antoine Scalia's body was cremated. I'd like to know why JFK Jr. and his wife and his sister-in-law's body were cremated. Well, let me rephrase that. I do know why those bodies were all cremated. And now, so do you.